YouTube? Tyler here with False Neutral Media and my co-host, my brother Trevor. And I just got back from Fall Classic from down south in Cali, and it was awesome, awesome racing. But we're here for a whole different thing: World
Oh yeah,
Supercross, and we
yeah.
just watched it.
Argentina.
Usually, we obviously post a little earlier than this, but we've had both had a busy week. So we're
Right.
here and Canada kicks off for round two. But let's get into it. Argentina.
Argentina. Argentina.
Argentina.
Buenos Aires, specifically.
It's
It
true.
was a fun time. It was a great time. We had the SX1 and the SX2 class, respectively. With our wild cards, we had Hayden Deegan making his 450 premiere, and we had the title holders holding on to what they could. Um, so very excited to see what happens. And I believe surfacing today, what I saw getting ready for this, we got the first look of Eli Tomac on the KTM
He
in
looks good.
Canada.
He
He
looks
looks
good.
damn good. But
Super
let's
good.
get into the World Supercross. The format, we've got 3 races per class. The first 2, if I'm not mistaken, are 6 laps. And the
8
last
laps.
one, or 8 laps. And then the last one is the main, which is 12. So,
Correct.
with that said, we had some qualifications and some penalties that were given out that made it to where people had a 5-position dock for finding their gates and such. Um, so there was some interesting speculation behind that, but it seemed to be some pretty good racing, pretty great racecraft in both classes. But let's start with the SX2 class. Who were your favorites that you saw riding out there for the entire of the 3 races in the SX2? What stood out to you? What do you want to get into?
Honestly, for SX2, the 250s, Max Anstein really impressed me. I had a
Right.
feeling he was going to do good, and I was really surprised. I mean, he is an awesome rider. He's super talented on a bike, and he knows how to win and be up there. Um
Hmm.
I will say Cody Shock definitely surprised me too. I think he was basically kind of my go-to for that one.
Hmm.
Um, but all in all, I mean, and then you had Shane McElrath, who is the
Yeah.
champ, rocking the red plate, and he did not disappoint.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was 1-1-1 for Max Ansing,
Hmm.
which is totally awesome. But man, I thought it was great racing, especially in the last one for the 12 lap final.
Absolutely. I think we also had a good showing from Park. I
Mhm.
think some setbacks kind of kept him back, but seeing Cody Shock being up there, he was one I believe that was also dealing with he got docked, and so he had to kind of figure out a better gate pick, which wasn't going to come to him, so he had to deal with what he had.
Yeah.
But McElrath holding off Enzo Lopes was a very interesting battle back and forth, very respectful. But I think in the act of it being respectful, Enzo Lopes ended up putting himself up for slaughter when he went to make the move
That was
through the whoops.
crazy.
But
Crazy.
it was a solid performance. Max Anstey absolutely dominated, wasn't being touched by anybody. Um, and it was exciting to watch. It was very exciting to watch. We'll see if Shane McElrath throughout the entire series has what it takes to keep up and retain that championship and defend it.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I
but yeah,
agree.
SX2 was a fun time. Um, yeah, it was good. It was a good series, man. It was good racecraft. That track was slick as hell.
Dude, it was
So
super slick.
watching them navigate it, but it definitely felt more like one, the amount of dirt that WSX gets in comparison to Supercross is very interesting. but the tracks themselves, um, there are certain parts where I'm like, I would be nervous on a 450 that I might
Oh yeah,
jump off the track like immediately because it was tight like an arena cross. And I think that's, in service to riders who can get good starts and get out in front. But we saw a lot of good racecraft, a lot of good passes. So it was very interesting to see. But Max Anstey was the talk of the night for me.
yeah,
I think we often focus on battles and stuff, but credit where credit is due. He walked away with it.
yeah,
And I think the only alternative I would have seen to him doing that is if Deegan had ridden the 250 and
yeah,
probably put a fight up there.
yeah,
Or Cole Davies if he was in the mix.
yeah.
But we didn't have that, and it was good racing overall. Shane McElrath deserves a round of applause, but Cody Schock came to perform and battled through the pack multiple times. So great seeing him up there.
Dude, yeah,
It
I
was a
thought the
fun time.
layout, even for the track, it was nice.
Of
It's
wood.
obviously a lot tighter, hard to pass, a lot of one line on that track for those bikes. But it was very cool to see just the talent and everybody kind of just having fun and racing, keep on on their toes going into the season for 2026 for Supercross. And those
Hmm.
whoops, I think you were just about to say it too. Like those
Oh yeah,
whoops were gnarly. Those
right.
like WSX builds some whoops, man. So I was pumped on it. It had a really good turns. It had really good sections, some good rhythms, and some big jumps to throw some whips over the crowd.
SX won the 450 class.
Man,
Let's get into it.
yeah,
I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Justin Cooper, you rode such a phenomenal race. You were trying, but brother Kenny Roxon said, I may be
unbelievable.
considered the old dog, but even in a fever from a stomach virus,
Yeah,
y'all ain't touching me.
dude.
I, he pulled up like the Dracula freestyle meme, and he was like, "This shit ain't nothing to me, man. This shit is nothing to me. I was moving bricks with Mansa Musa before you were a type 1 civilization." That's a deep fucking cut, man. That's a deep cut. Ken Roxon pulled up to Buenos Aires and said, "This Glock is vindicated by the Vatican," and pointed it at the 450 class. He dominated. He looked so good. He hit the whoops near perfect every single lap except for one. And of course, it's the
Yeah,
one that they focused on. And they're like, look at Kenny. He's getting a little sloppy in the whoops right there. And it's like, one time.
yeah,
Dude
one
rode a
time.
perfect race, deserved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely deserved it. Now, I want you to talk about what everybody's going to want to hear because I've got my opinions, and boy, are they hot and loaded.
And I know exactly what you're talking about. The
Yes.
Starks in the class.
Absolutely, dude. What else
No,
could I be talking about?
I thought Hayden rode really good. He was throwing some fat whips on that 450,
Yeah.
blowing out berms, and trying to destroy hay bales more than the competition itself. But I thought he did honestly good for his 450 debut. He did slide out in race one. That was super wild. That was a tough gate pick, man. Enjoyable, entertaining racing, I thought. I will say he does it, dude. It just he looks, I wouldn't say bad, but the Fox gear I feel like I got to get used to. I think he looks better
Sure.
in Thor gear. Um
Sure.
I don't know if it's like the helmet. I don't know. I've never been like too crazy about like the Fox helmet, I think. And like I mean the gear is sick, but no, yeah, I thought it was good. And I did hear that his dad Brian, he wasn't able to make it. I guess he got a super bad spider bite and he almost lost
Mm.
his leg. He was in the
Jeez.
hospital for like 3 days or something like that. He almost lost his leg.
Brutal.
But no,
Brutal.
just on that topic, yeah, I thought it was good. What'd you think of his debut?
Well, it was a very interesting debut to say the least, and I'm going to break it down in the way I think about it.
Give it to us.
I think when you are debuting on a 450, you want to make sure that you are making a statement, right? Or at least working on it, right? I think this was less of a statement and this was more of a I'm getting used to the bike. I'm doing testing on something that doesn't matter, right? I'm a wild card in this race. I'm not here for a championship contention for WSX. I'm just here fucking around. I think that was pretty evident by how many fucking whips he was throwing
Oh
every
yeah.
lap, every time he could. I think he's just showing us, like, hey, I can throw this bike around. But, and I think that's his best defense right now, because I think there's plenty of people that would go, brother, Justin Cooper hunted him down and passed him.
He was on rails.
He couldn't keep up when he got a good start and was up in third. He could not keep up. He just could not do it. Now, a statement is Joe Shimoda hopping on the 450 for MXON going up against the best in the world and getting second in the open class only to a 1-1 Hunter Lawrence. That is a 450 debut statement that I don't hear anybody talking about. That was awesome. He had less time on the bike than Deegan. Deegan came here. Hell, Kenny doesn't even race motocross except for like what, a couple of rounds, if ever, right?
Yeah.
Kenny came out to WSX and was untouchable. He was untouchable. So it's one of these. Hey, dude, there's a lot of whispers that go around, right? Hey, Jet, Hayden's got something for you. Well, Hayden didn't have anything for Justin Cooper or Ken Roxon. And it looked like they were more like, hey, dude, throw your whips behind us. We're trying to do something, right? We're trying to get this done. So it is very interesting to me. I think, he's young, he's 19, he's on the 450. So was Jet, and Jet went out there and he dominated everybody that lined up there. Also, it'll be interesting to see him on a 450 in motocross compared to supercross. That's not
Yeah.
something I'm discounting. I think Deegan's best defense is, hey, man, I was out there fucking around. You'll see when I line up for A1, if I'm on the 450, what I really want to do.
Yeah. On
And
our
that's a perfect
tracks.
defense. And I would understand that defense, and I would say that there's validity to that. But after we just watched Jason Anderson back, that fury is alive and well. So, Deegan, you've got a lot of contenders lining up this 2026 season on new bikes, testing, making sure they're feeling comfortable. So you might have a shot at the top 5, top 3.
Oh,
Sure.
100%.
But it's going to
100%.
be a dogfight the whole way. And Jet's not worried about that dogfight. So with our showing, yeah, it looked like Deegan had fun. He podiumed. I don't agree when people say stuff like, unbelievable that he podiumed his first race on. It's not really, when 3/4 of the riders comprised would be 10th to 15th in the regular Supercross series. That doesn't really shock me at all. That's not me going, unbelievable that Deegan got third. Like, no, that seems pretty normal for the
Yeah.
competition he was stacked with.
We're expecting
Now,
it. Yeah.
if he had picked Canada and he was racing up against Tomac and stuff, I would love to have seen that. That's what I would like to see, because that's more the speed of which you're going to be contending with if you're talking about the top bracket. I'm only saying that because of what the results have been for these previous seasons. Eli Tomac has been in the hunt for the championship against Jet and Hunter. That's well known. So it's like, we've got an interesting setup because it's like, well, Eli
Yeah.
may not be fast against Hayden because he's on a new bike and Hayden's more comfortable on the Yamaha, even if it's going up to the. All of those are valid arguments. Right now, we have the debuts for what they are. We've seen Cody Schock on the 450. We've seen, Hunter make the move to 450 and do really well. We've seen RJ make the 450 and do really well.
Yeah.
We've seen Joe Shimoda premiere on the 450 at MXON and stomp people. He was looking awesome.
And how did he
So it's
lose
this.
or take second?
He lost to a 1-1 Hunter Lawrence.
We got to
who's
get
on
a
top
shirt
of his
made
game.
for Trevor
The
for
silent
that
assassin,
because
dude.
every
I say it.
podcast now he is
Nah,
saying
nah,
he
nah.
keeps saying the
because
one for
he
one.
doesn't get the credit.
Dude, just seeing even Ando out there on the Suzuki, man, he looked good. I like
He was
seeing he had
pissed.
dude, I don't
was
think a
pissed.
lot of those guys like the Stark racing with the Stark.
Brother, if it's starting to beat you in the corners, but when you get to the most pivotal section, the whoops, you have no idea how slow it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I'd be furious. Also, we watched him push Ando high. I want to say it was.
I think it was
I'm
was it the
blanking on his
final
name.
race? It was oh my gosh, it was it
Zaragoza?
99? Zaragoza? Yeah,
Was
I
it
forgot.
Zaragoza, I believe?
Yeah. I
But
believe
when
so.
he came across the finish line, get the fuck out of here type shit. Because it was like, dude, they were able to corner and get through the rhythms and power through. But as soon as they hit those whoops, I don't know if it's a suspension setting that they need to work out. I don't know. And kind of personally, in my opinion, I'm not really worried about it. I think if Stark wants to start their own e-bike championship, good for them. That's not really something I'm into. And I could understand if riders were a little bit irritated that they were using this as like, hey, let's test these bikes out in a competitive nature. And you've got these pros being like, get out of my way. Right?
Well, and
I can see it.
with that, it's like if I'm battling with someone and a start comes up behind me, I'm used to hearing that 450 or 250, whatever it is. Okay, they're coming on this side, left or right, or they're right behind me, following my line. I need to do this. There was riders like, dude, I didn't know that they were even behind me. I looked over, they were right there. I can't hear shit, and you can't. Yeah, you cannot hear anything of when those bikes are near you. So that definitely makes it tricky, especially with a lot of these riders. They wear earplugs, because the bikes and everything, and they go off vibration and everything like that. They just know when to shift in their bike and stuff. But dude, when you can't hear a bike coming behind you, like I feel like that could cause a lot of bad situations possibly. But I mean, look at how it used to be. All two strokes, and then four strokes came in. They said the same thing. What the heck? Like, this is a two-stroke sport, like blah blah blah. Now we're in 2025, going into 2026. We got electric bikes that are fast and can obviously keep up. We saw it on that race for the first time, but I don't see it come in anytime soon, especially to the US. But
Yeah.
if they mix it in, I don't think they'd mix it in. I think it would be its own class. But even then, how many riders are you going to have in that? How would that even work?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have the answer.
I hope it doesn't go to, okay, we're getting rid of, gas powered bikes and everything. So we're all going electric. It would just be
I mean,
weird.
if that happens, you would have to have the buy-in of these billion-dollar manufacturers that would easily just be like, all right, then we'll just invest all of our money into MXGP and WSX.
Yeah. Well, even WSX is the first to have the Starks in.
Sure. But if the money from the manufacturers beats out the money that Start gives for sponsorship, that's called business, right?
Yeah. No,
That's
yeah.
what I mean is if we're looking at regulations for bikes that come through the legislature, right, and are put into effect, well, then that can affect a sport that relies on these ordinances, right? So it depends. I don't know where the future of the sport goes in terms of electric bikes, but
Yeah. I don't
asking
think anybody
manufacturers
does.
to completely to ask manufacturers that are involved with the current AMA professional motorsports, I'm sorry, I just don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
And I think the manufacturers give so much money to the sport that you'd be hard pressed to see it happen soon. But if it does, I'll eat my words and we'll see a Stark team. But I could see it posing a threat to rider safety in terms of cross jumping. If you don't know somebody's behind you and you're moving thinking you have a
Yeah.
gap, that's not really on you if you can't hear the person behind you at all. If they had a way to do that, I think the other thing is I've been an advocate for it. I think having in helmet communication systems to where we can at least have communication would alleviate a lot of that. If it's like you have a Stark behind you, sure, but now we're getting into a bunch of other shit, right? To justify
Yeah.
one joining the other, and I just don't really care to do that because in the major sport, that's not the way it is. This is just in WSX. So
Yeah.
I
And I'm
I don't
sure
really have
if
an
anything
opinion.
happens, we'll obviously get into that a lot more because no one knows. But
Yeah, you'll see me bring out my torch and pitchfork and demand that they be destroyed.
I thought SX1, a lot of great racing, good
Great
battles.
racing.
Um, I definitely like Jay Coop's kit. I love
Yeah,
the kit.
the
I
O'Neill,
thought it was the O'Neill kit with the Argentina
the messy jersey.
colors. Yeah, the messy jersey. I thought it was sick. No, I thought it was really good. It was interesting. I'm excited to see Canada, and I believe, like you said earlier, Tomac is should be racing round two. So I'm excited to see where his stand is. I haven't done too much research. I don't know if Prado or anyone else is really racing it. I think everybody's just kind of enjoying the off season. We know that Levi Kitchen, he just posted some content of him riding a 450, which is
Hmm.
kind of cool. While I was down in SoCal at Paula Fox Raceway, the whole Bar X team was there. They were practicing the on the Supercross track, and Lux Turner, bro, was looking great. We're gonna
We
be
love it.
I'll be posting some content. I got a lot of clips of the guys practicing. Also, Grant Harlan was out there. He was looking really good. Talked to him. I also talked to Colt Nichols. Colt Nichols was out there practicing with Grant Harlan, and dude, they're looking good. They're looking good. Colt is a super chilled dude. I was just
Hmm.
up there. I was talking to Grant Harlan, and he just comes up. "What's up, dude? My name's Cole." Like I was like, "Oh, what's up?" Like it's so hard not to be like a fanboy of all these riders when you're a filmer sometimes. But I mean, dude, it's cool seeing like that chill side of all these riders.
Hmm.
You know. But no, yeah, they were looking good. Who else was out there? Dylan Schwartz was out there. He was looking good on his Bar X Yamaha. Parker Ross was out there. He was looking really good. Cole Timbo is back also. He is in the futures. Two of the riders I forgot. I think I forgot the other rider's name. I'm totally spacing out. Um, but that rider and Cole Timbo, they were overtraining, so they've been taking some time off and trying to get their body to recover and stuff like that. I guess their heart rate was reaching up into getting close into the 200s and the 200s because they were just overworking. So after the 2025 outdoor and SMX and stuff, they took some time off. They're looking really good. It was, I think, their third time back on the bike. But Timbo was looking awesome, and I'm super excited for Bar X team and seeing how they do this 2026 series. But again, Lux Turner is gonna be a big dude. He was fucking railing. It was awesome to see. So no, I mean, other than that, I mean, we've talked about all the upcoming season stuff with teams and riders and stuff, but I mean, if you have anything else to add.
I do, real quick. Shout out Levi Kitchen putting title fight on your Instagram post, dude. Shit rips. Title fight rules.
Fuck yeah.
That's
But,
it. See
yeah.
you later.
What do you before
Bye.
we close out, what are we thinking
Goodbye.
for Canada?
See ya. It's cool, man. Candy rocks. All right. Bye.
Leave a like, leave a comment, like what the
I'm
fuck?
looking forward to it, man. Eli Tomac, Ken Roxon. 1-2. Swap them how you want. That's what I'm hoping for. Other than that,
I hope we see Tomac up there taking it. So
I hope we see a random K DeWolf on a 450 just to say
Dude.
fuck it, brother. Yeah, I
Dude.
don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Leave a like, leave a comment, and we will see you after fucking Canada.
We'll see you in Canada, eh?